one is no good. Rebounded by Anthony. 2 seconds left. Anthony for the win. Cody rolls it. Cole Anthony gives the Magic a victory.
Close up Magic.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Close Up Magic. I appreciate you all tuning in today. Today is a exciting day for the Orlando Magic as it is draft day, and we drafted some players at 6 and 11, and we're recording this on Thursday, draft night. Kind of towards the end of the first round. The second round will be picking up during the recording, so we'll probably actually like break who we pick at pick 36 or how we utilize that pick shortly. Before we get it on, we got some guests that you are familiar with. We got friends of the pod. We got Patrick Shea who joining. We got CJ Hill rocking with us. They're gonna be jumping on stage in just a moment. I want to get through all like the housekeeping nonsense, and then we'll get into it. So first and foremost, thank you all for tuning in and supporting the show. If you want to support the show in a bigger way, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can buy merch. If you want, you can join our Patreon program, which is pretty cool. We actually just did a video chat with our Patreon. Shout out to everyone that participated last night. It was a lot of fun. Where, we just did a pre-draft conversation for a little over an hour. We're going to be doing those a lot more regularly coming up. We'll do another one in July for free agency as well. So that was really cool. If you want to get involved with that, there's a bunch of different tiers. Go check it out. The link's down below. Shout out to 19 Media Group. That's the network that we're a part of. They do really cool things like connect us with the NBA store. If you are interested in buying dope hats like this one, or maybe you missed out on winning the giveaway that we are running right now, and you want to buy an Orlando Magic draft hat because you're just psyched on our draft, use the affiliate link to the NBA store underneath the show. That affiliate link, it's regular price, all that. You're not getting discounts, but it just gives me a little bit of a kickback to feed back into the show. All the money that we get, we always put right back into the show to do giveaways. We're actually running a giveaway. It's closed, and I haven't had time to run all the entries yet. But we're giving away a draft hat, which is really cool. Magic draft hat that's going out. And that'll be going out the next day or so. All right, we have no agenda. This is just a pure reaction podcast to the NBA draft. And let's bring up the boys. Yo, fellas. Welcome. CJ, Clarence Hill, how you doing, sir? Patrick Shehu, welcome. I appreciate you guys jumping on. We're going to have a little fun conversation. CJ, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing all right, man.
Doing good.
Doing good. This is like the most corporate thing that I'm going to bring into this podcast. Give me one word to describe your feelings after the first round results.
Excited. Okay. That's fairly optimistic.
Patrick, good evening, sir. How you doing?
What's up?
What is one word to describe your feelings after the first round?
Pissed, I guess.
That's fair.
I didn't know if we're allowed compound words. I was gonna say bullshit, but
that counts.
Yeah.
Compound word.
Bullshit.
The fact that you even know that's a compound word is impressive. Not doubting your intelligence. I don't think people think like that anymore when they get older like us.
I learned something in 5th grade.
Dude, heck yeah. My word is confused. Just kind of psyched, kind of not, a little confused. We'll see what's going on. The Magic drafted Anthony Black and Jett Howard. Anthony Black at 6, Jett Howard at 11. Man, DJ, I'm gonna pump it off to you real quick. The Anthony Black choice. This is open to anyone, right? Patrick, you can jump in here too. we had been rumored to Anthony Black for a couple of days now. Like at first he wasn't much talk. Then it was like all of a sudden like, oh, he's climbing up he's showing a lot more interest. These teams are interested in him. We were one of those teams. The betting odds started to like get closer to showing us that he was going to be selected by the Magic. Just kind of like a weird connection there. A lot of us Magic fans didn't really understand it because we kind of have like a lot of guards and there was just like other needs and players. So just wanted to and so far the draft position, just so people, if you're not aware, and Victor Wembanyama, Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson, Amen Thompson, Asar Thompson, and then Anthony Black. So the guys behind us were like Jarris Walker, Taylor Hendricks, Kaysen Wallace, Bilal Coulibaly. I butchered that.
Coulibaly, I got you.
Yeah, thank you. So we drafted Anthony Black at 6. CJ, I know you were high on Black. I know you wanted him. Were there guys you wanted before him? Like, what are your feelings now with just Anthony Black on our roster?
I mean, I just, like I've been telling everybody on Twitter for the longest, it's like when Kel isn't on the court, you still need somebody to get everybody into the offense, organize things. I know that Paulo and Franz are supposed to be the creators and stuff like that, but I always use Boston as an example. Like if Boston has Brown and Tatum, but we saw in the playoffs that they needed somebody to set them up so they can actually do what they do best, which is score. So, and plus he's like 6'7". Like you can play him anywhere on the court, kind of like that, good chess piece to have. But I mean, I'm happy with him. You know what I mean? So I think he'll do good. And then it allows, like I also said, it allows Cole to play off ball and be a scorer. We all know Cole really can't facilitate, so it allows Cole to, kind of do his thing. So we'll see. But the Jett Howard thing was just I don't know about that.
We'll get to Jett momentarily. Patrick, Anthony Black, what went through your mind when he was selected for the Orlando Magic?
I like Anthony. I think he's a good player. I like the way he plays point guard. He's a big guard. He facilitates well. I don't like the pick at all for us. Now, a team for like Washington or a team like Houston, like I think Houston kind of threw like I know Houston was never like linked to him, but that was just like a player I thought either they'd move back for or take.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anthony Black for us is like Rami said it best. He's like a bigger Suggs. Now he's probably a better playmaker. Right now I got Suggs a better shooter. How that's possible, I don't know. That's what I have right now. I mean, again, in 6 months, I support this team through muddy times. So this is nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just, I've been hyped for about 3 months for this. So like to get to here and then kind of take a guy that doesn't really fit, doesn't make sense. I like CJ's point of, him being another creator is going to be really good for us. We don't have that backup point guard, but I don't think the number 6 pick should be filling bench holes, if that makes sense. I understand maybe somebody's not there, and I really liked Cam, but I guess something with his injuries or there's medical reports on him that's kind of like strange. Like he just went 20th, so he fell, but.
Okay. He got drafted.
Yeah, he got it Rockets. I just saw it, but like if. I just feel like there's better fits for Anthony Black, and we could have traded back if that was the issue. But now, were people trying to trade up? I don't know, and maybe they just took who they thought was BPA. But if you're going to draft to bulk up the bench, I would draft shooting and defense. He's a great defender, but like our front court needs help defensively, and we don't know what JI is. So I'm kind of rambling at this point. I've been rambling since about.
You're good,
8:45, but
this
like
is what the rambling's for.
I can't like again. We're probably in a month they might make a trade, and I might be like, oh, that's why we did that. But
yeah,
So far they haven't, and right about now we have 4 guards. 3 of them are probably annoyed, and I don't like that for our locker room either. And we'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Here's where I go, man. Like I like Anthony Black. I even liked him for the Magic in certain ways. He's like, if I was making a big board, he was probably like 3rd or 4th on the board, not 1 or 2 for that. Granted, one of the guys I liked for our board was already off, so then he like moves up a position, but I still had another player. I really liked Hendricks. I really liked him a lot for pick 6. I know some people thought that might have been a little too high for him, but like for me, like that's just I really liked him there. But I do like, again, the lack of shooting from Black is annoying, right? Another guard that can't shoot. But what I love about Black is his size. With I think he's at like 6'6", 6'7", somewhere around there with like a 6'9", 6'10" wingspan. That's something we don't have in our guards at all. Like I know Fultz might have a little bit of a longer wingspan, but it doesn't have the height, right? Yeah. Neither does we haven't had a guard this size since Fournier. And then when I think about something like that, I think, well, cool. Fournier literally played 1 through 3, and we can play Black like that. So he doesn't he's got some positional versatility there, which I think is really cool. Particularly on the defensive end. And then depending on what kind of lineups he's in, he can offensively, he can kind of fit in a few places, as far as like a facilitator. I think he's got a really, really high ceiling as a facilitator, like as good, if not maybe even better at Fultz at some point in time. Granted, that's years down the road. I don't expect any rookie to come in I never expected any rookie we drafted today, unless it was like Scoot, to be given a starter position. Like the way the front office talked in their media availability the last couple of days was we're at this spot where players need to earn their minutes. It just it didn't seem like they were just going to open up hey, this is your role. And so when it comes to long-term fit, I'm not really too worried about that, because probably in a year or two when they're winning players anyways, our roster is going to look different regardless, So it's weird. Not the greatest path to playing, but there is some opportunity there behind in the 2-3 on the second unit, assuming Gary Harris is traded at some point, which would open up space for Cole or Suggs to be a starter, which we all want in the long run anyways. But there's defensive upside there, playmaking, but then it's where's the shot? We need the shot. So hopefully the Magic, shout out to our guy Malik, who loves our shooting coach. Hopefully whatever that dude's name is can work some magic with
Coach Aubrey. Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of weird. I wanted Jordan Taylor Hendricks. That's who I wanted.
The thing you said about there's not a clear path and you got to earn minutes. That's just I can't I don't I'm not on board with that. I'm not saying you're saying, I'm talking about what the front office, you know what I'm saying? Sure. The front office, you have to earn minutes. Okay. It sounds good. Cool. There's competition, but this is the 6th pick. Yeah, I get it. It's not top 3, but this is one of the deepest drafts in a long time. You're going to get a winning player. If you're going to make these types of picks, you have to create ways for them to grow.
Yeah, I agree.
I am not I'm not on board with this. Let's just gather all our assets, throw them on the court, and then we'll trade them later. For all we know, Anthony Black could go out and look awful with us, or he could look great and Cole could look awful. So, somebody's value might hurt here.
That's what I think this is where I think the silver lining with Black is he can play the 3. And there's not a lot of resistance at the 3 as far as our depth charts. We just don't have a lot of depth there.
I agree with that, but then it's let's say our 3 was Chuma or Caleb, right? We'll say that's who our 3 was last year off the bench. You just took our only shooting off the court.
Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah, if you
It don't make
retain
sense. Like, who are you
Harris,
gonna? You have to get rid of Gary to start Jalen. But
yeah,
then it's like, why do we just take a guard at 6 if now our 5th overall pick from 2 years just took over the shooting guard spot? I get it. You're gonna battle it out and win it. But like, we're like, hey, who's gonna
but
lose value first, and
don't
then I'll
most
get rid of
people
one of y'all.
most people want Suggs as a starting 2 right now? I
I
mean, that's
do,
what I
but
see
like,
on Twitter.
I don't want my 6th pick. Like, I want him to earn his minutes, but I don't want them to be no light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
if I don't have Markel or if I don't have Jalen, I'm excited right now. Like, because him and McCole can play together, so that's why I don't mention Cole.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like Suggs is the defensive side of the ball, and then Kel is the offensive side of the ball. And I think Kel is way more developed, but we won't even get into that part because I don't. That's just
Yeah.
I'm not even getting into that. But
Yeah.
defensively, he's just a bigger Suggs, which is a good thing because Suggs is very solid
our
defensively.
defense has been ass.
But I just don't. I'm just not a fan of assets are cool until they're no longer assets.
Right.
This is why I wanted to trade.
Yeah.
Like, because we are already so crowded. This is why I didn't want to draft 2 players in the top.
I just feel like there's other spots that you could have filled, and I'm not on here. Like, who cares about what I got to say? But like, you don't have fans like me complaining.
Yeah.
Like, you can draft a backup for a backup. Like, if they would have taken, they take Anthony Black and then take Derek Lively, or if Jarris or Taylor, I know they didn't fall. Like, I'm up over the moon, but you just took 2 guards.
Now, CJ, I want to throw this back to you. Like, Patrick is bringing up some valid points about playing path and like opportunity, even if it's not like given right away, but like a path to playing.
Right.
Like, how do you think Black fits with this team long term in like 2 or 3 seasons and stuff like that? Like, does he have an opportunity to become a starter? Is his ceiling truly like, I don't know, like, just what are your thoughts about like fit and everything,
I think he's like an insurance policy because, next summer, Fultz is up, Dill's up, Cole Dill is up. So I think essentially he's just insurance. But in like 2 to 3 years, if we do keep Kel will be what, 28, 29? So you can just essentially just swap the 2.
Yeah.
Now we have Kel, you know what I'm saying? He just you just grooming him. You know what I mean? Like, essentially, we're supposed to be a playoff team regardless, because of point guard issues, we weren't. But essentially, like, we got a 6'7" guy that can do whatever. Just groom him, take our time, groom him. And then when it's time to make the switch, we can make the switch. If Paulo and Franz are the offensive guys that that we think they're going to grow into, if we can put Black and Suggs on the other team's best perimeter guys, now you free up Franz and Paulo just to score. And if you get a defensive center, like a good rim protector, like, Tyson Chandler type center that just locks down the paint, and then you have Franz and Paulo, and then you have Suggs and Black. Like, we got a lot of pieces. I like him and Cole together. But like Pat said, like right now Suggs and Black are like, That's why with the rumors were like, we're going to trade either Suggs or Cole.
Yeah,
it's it's definitely pointed at Suggs. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think just groom him, let him earn his minutes off the bench, and just let it all play out. I agree with Pat though. I don't like the let's throw stuff against the wall and see if it sticks because this is how we got here. You know what I mean? Like we had Fultz and we had Cole, but then we took Suggs because he was best player available. Like it made no sense. So
it's like I don't know, man. It's like I feel like I'm living deja vu with Mo and Vooch. Like
yeah.
It's not as extreme, obviously. Like I'm being overly dramatic right now, but like I can't I don't find it fair that Jalen Suggs can go have 20 points. Like, it's not fair because life ain't fair. But I'm just saying,
yeah, it makes sense.
Like, Anthony Black should get 30 minutes a night to work through his deficiencies, whatever he has, right? Like I want him to have that. We took him, and now he needs to have that. But you give him 30. Now Jalen only gets 20. Now Cole only gets 15.
But I mean, like, there's
are you
other
taking minutes away from
opportunities because he
Kel?
doesn't have to only take. I mean, my rebuttal to that for this season is he's not only taking guards minutes; he can find minutes also at the 3. You know,
and I'm
so.
cool with that, but at the end of the day, like, I'm furious from an aspect of like CJ said, we should be a playoff team. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on that. Like, we should be a play-in team, right? Like, we finished the year strong. We started 5-20. We finished it strong. We should at least be fighting for play-in. Like, I don't know if the front office just likes rebuilding and just doesn't like going, like, you know, just doesn't want to win. Like, they like this whole mind game chess piece. Like, I want to prioritize development, but through winning. Yeah. I don't want to prioritize development and be okay with losing, especially and next year's draft class is not that good. Like, what am I losing for?
Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to be trying to lose this. And I don't think they're going to be force-feeding these kids enough minutes to where they're going to impact our rotation.
Right, but I think that's a problem. Like, if you want Anthony Black to get good and get minutes, get good and improve, he has to play.
Yeah.
Mo Bamba is not going to be great. Like, it is what it is at this point. I've given that up, but like,
sure,
you probably would have seen a better version of him if you came out the gate playing 25 minutes a night, right?
Totally, absolutely.
So like, I don't want that to happen to Anthony Black. Like, you could have just drafted a forward or a center, and we could have kept it pushing.
And I guess that's where we can transition to like how they utilize pick 11. But before we do that, yes, sir, I got a cool little ad read for y'all. Magic fans, do I got a deal for you? We're excited to partner with Atlas VPN, the leading solution for ensuring your online privacy and security. Magic fans, I know none of you are excited to pay for like Magic games next season, particularly with this draft that just happened. You're like, bro, I ain't giving Bali Sports or whoever's going to air they're bankrupt. We don't even know who's going to air our games next year. Right. You got to be able to find some illegal ways to watch it because you pay for League Pass and you live in Orlando, you don't get the Magic. I can watch it by paying for League Pass, but you can't. So you're going to have to do some illegal-ish. Now, I'm not promoting illegal-ish, but if you do decide to go down that venture, you are going to want to protect yourself. That is the best way to protect yourself. Have a VPN. You know what the best VPN out there is? Atlas. Check them out, all right? So, are you tired of feeling vulnerable to online threats? I would if I'm illegal streaming. You worried about your personal information falling to the wrong hands? Again, when you hit that link, how many pop-up ads do you have to click through to get to the video of the game? Just saying. With Atlas VPN, you can regain control of your digital footprint and maintain You can maintain your privacy no matter where you roam. Imagine accessing any content you desire, Magic basketball games, unrestricted by geographical barriers. Again, or guys, if you did want to buy League Pass and you live in Orlando, you can use VPN, Atlas VPN, to say you're in Norway, and then you can watch Magic games. It's that cool. It's that cool. And it's safe and secures all your privacy. Just use the affiliate link down in my description right there. It's going to be like the very first thing you see, maybe second, but it's going to be up there. And you can get a great deal on Atlas VPN. And because you're doing it through the affiliate link, I get a little bit of a kickback. And if I get a little bit of a kickback, I can do cool shit like do jersey giveaways, do game ticket giveaways next season. We're doing a hat giveaway. I can do more stuff like that and just continue to give you better quality content. Atlas VPN connects you to a global network of servers, empowering you to break free from limitations. Whether you want to stream your favorite shows without buffering, shop online secretly, or stay protective in public Wi-Fi hotspots, Atlas VPN has you covered. Check out the link in the show description. They're really good. It's a win-win for you. It's a win-win for me. Win-win for Atlas VPN. Let's watch Magic together, friends, securely, safely, with privacy. That was entertaining. I loved that one. I love this sponsorship with them because us as Magic fans, I'm not even like doing the ad read anymore. Us as Magic fans, especially local ones, have so much frustration with trying to watch basketball games. And like,
Oh man,
I truly do. Like, I get to kind of pick and choose what partnerships get offered to me if I want to work with them or not. And I'm like, actually, yeah, I don't have to use the Atlas VPN because I'm not like, I have my way of watching it, but maybe I might want to use it for other things. But like local people, I mean, it's a good opportunity. Anyways, now that we are past paying the bills, Jett Howard was selected at pick 11, and I just got to be honest with you guys and with Magic fans. Like, if you've been listening to the show or interacting with me on Twitter, you know I haven't invested my time and emotions into this draft nearly as deep as I have with past drafts. I just haven't had a lot of time, busy work time in my life, a lot of family stuff going on. So I had to be pretty selective with who I did research on. Jett Howard was not one of them. I literally read his draft profile for the first time about 20, 30 minutes ago before this thing. So like, that's my understanding. I'm not going to give you a Jett Howard breakdown. I was impressed by the high volume that he shoots. It seems like he's got a really high IQ. It seems like he's got some offensive upside. It seems like he could be a good defender, but it still like gets lost a little bit. This is just like some quick things that I'm learning from him. I was kind of hoping we were going to pick up like Derek Lively at pick 11. I also was like, shit, maybe we should just like trade back, gain an asset, trade out for like a veteran. Hey, we want to create some space for Anthony Black. Maybe we trade pick 11 and Gary Harris for something else that gives us a position elsewhere. So like, I don't know. It seems like he's going to be a good player. He's like what, 6'9", can kind of play like the 4-3-4 or something like that. I'm not sure. You guys tell me. You probably know more about him than I do. CJ, what's your thoughts on Anthony Black? And then Patrick, I'll kick it back to you, or you can just jump in anytime. Or not Anthony Black, Jett Howard.
Yeah, Jett.
You know what I'm talking about.
I was like, did we talk about it?
Yeah, we did.
She's like, I'll talk about him again.
Yeah, that's my dog.
I love that. Yeah.
Jett, that was kind of weird. Like you said, we could have traded back and got Jett, so that was kind of weird.
Seemed like a reach.
Yeah, like it was weird, but I read before we got on, Jeff was saying that he has like a high IQ, so that was one of the reasons why we picked him. And then he was hurt, so he really couldn't show everything he could do. I mean, he shot 40% to start the season off, the college season off. So, I mean, I get it, but where does he play now? You know what I mean? It's kind of like
second unit. That's all the only space these guys have. We knew that. But see, the thing is, I'm not like the where does he play question outside of maybe the shooting guard. Like
he probably
all
can play
these
a little
kids
four.
were going to be second unit players if they got into the rotation.
He can play a little four.
Our starting lineup set unless they make a big trade. Like our starting lineup's basically set outside of maybe the two. So, all right, go on though. Go on.
Yeah, I think like I said, he probably can play some four because we play a lot of zone. He's 6'8", almost 6'9", so he can play some zone. I don't know. It's just we needed a shooter. We got a shooter. I ain't complaining.
That's fair. Patrick, what do you think about Jett Howard? I know like this was probably the cherry on top to make you explode. Oh man, we lost him.
I think he said we lost. He lost power.
He's so upset with Jett Howard. He just peaced out. Just peaced out. Yeah, I mean, like, all right. So we'll keep him moving until he gets back on, until he joins us if he's able to. I think when I was reading over his profile, and again, sorry, Magic fans, I'm not like on it. Like, he's 6'8", plays a wing. There's plenty of minutes in the backcourt, or in the wings in the second unit. Yep. We don't really have anyone super solid in kind of that area. Hypothetically speaking, JI, if he's ever healthy, which he's never is. Chumo KK has been kind of a bust recently. as far as like all his injuries, and then the coach is just not giving him playing time even when he is healthy. So it's like he's not a part of this team long term. Moritz Wagner is like not really a wing. He's kind of more of a backup center.
Yes.
Caleb Houston, like, there's some space there, but there is some opportunity in like the backup, like, 3, 4, 5 role, like just in that area where, a 6'8", 215 wing that can shoot. He shot 37% on 7 attempts per three or
We'll take it.
attempts per game. Like, sounds good to me.
We'll take it.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to be, it sounds like he's got a little bit of playmaking to him too, or at least smart decision making to allow him to like become a good like teammate that can make the right pass.
Yeah,
I don't expect him to be running the pick and roll, but like probably play make as in like make the smart pass when you don't.
Right.
That's what it seems like. And it's funny, man. He's another Michigan guy.
Yeah, with the pipeline.
Houston. Yeah, we got Houston last year for Michigan. We got Franz the year before that. Obviously, Franz's brother went to Michigan. We didn't draft him, but there's a couple of things there. Yeah. But like, this is where I get confused. Like, why are we? I'm not saying this is why they did it, but like, if they're drafting people purely based on relationships, like with the college, like that's kind of weird. That's not good drafting. I think he's gonna be good. I think there was other needs with higher upside in possible positions, but it seems like he probably has a decent floor. Should easily like pretty quickly like take over Chuma's minutes. J.I.'s on and off the court regularly, so he should have some opportunity there. He's got a better path to playing than like getting not playing. He's got a better opportunity for larger minutes, in my opinion, than Anthony Black does. Yeah, depending on free agency as this team stands now. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
It's like we're primed for a trade. We're just ripe for the picking or to move some pieces off.
Dude, we are.
But I feel like we got shooters now. Like if you think about it, like we got Gary, Caleb can shoot, Jett can shoot. I think
Cole. Breaking news, the Milwaukee Bucks are acquiring our 36th pick in a deal with the Orlando Magic. Maybe it's a sign-in trade with Brook Lopez or Chris Middleton.
Cash make the money go around. Okay, cash make the world go around?
Well, actually, it's not a sign-in trade with Middleton because he's a free agent. But I'm fine with this. I mean, like,
we got too many.
I'm a little worried. I'm not worried, but I'm like, they don't even want that. Take a swing for someone on a two-way, but I guess they'll fill a two-way with undrafted players, which is fine. Probably cheaper contracts and stuff like that.
And then this year you get 3 two-way.
Yeah. And a lot of guys on this higher side, like they don't necessarily want to like sign a two-way if they don't have to, because there's better money to be made by signing a regular, like, multi-year contract like Caleb Houston did. And if the Magic didn't want to give something like that and they were only offering two ways, it makes sense to sell it. So yeah, kind of weird. But yeah, we just traded. I don't know what for yet. It hasn't been.
Woj hasn't said it yet.
Woj, give us the update. What did we get back in return? Celtics also traded with the Pistons. The Pistons are acquiring pick number 25 from the Celtics for pick 31. I don't know what that looks like, but that is something.
Marcus Sasser.
Yeah. What are we going to get, Woj? What are we going to get?
Cash, like always.
I'm fine with cash and a future pick. We need better parking.
It's all good. I mean, I think at the end of the day, going into free agency now, we just got to shore up the 4 and the 5.
Yeah.
And we got enough money and enough.
Definitely a 5.
Yeah. If we can find like a stretch 4 and then a rim protecting 5, I mean, we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I like Christian Wood from Dallas. Like he's a stretch 4, stretch 5.
Yeah, he's just awful on defense, but he
Yeah,
wouldn't
he's
be.
terrible on defense,
And
yeah.
he's kind of got a weird attitude, but like at least he did a couple years ago. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah, he
But
had that
he'd be
bad rep
someone
coming out of Detroit.
to try and get into that rotation spot in the back. I'm like, I don't know, man. I haven't even really thought about free agency at this moment. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to digest tonight. It's just like,
yeah.
Like, oh boy.
I need Woj to hurry up and tell us what we got for this thing. Woj, what are we getting? Still nothing.
Let me see. Malik might know.
Malik don't know. Malik don't even want to join us, but I think he's with the people. I think he's in Orlando right now with the peoples.
The second round whisperer.
He is.
Oh no. I mean, all in all, man, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, it's a fine draft.
It could have been a lot worse.
It's not a sexy draft for me. Again, it's not a sexy draft. I think these players are fine. I think they're going to be good NBA players. I think they're going to help the Magic in ways. I'm a little confused. We did address shooting a little bit. It's just like a weird combo. It's like I would have been fine with Black if we drafted someone else at 11. I would have been fine with Jett at 11 if we had drafted someone else with 6. So
the combination is
just kind of a weird combo. So, well, you know what? I feel like this is a good time to wrap it up. The Magic just traded their 36th pick. I don't think we're going to find out what it is.
So Kobe just said we're getting a 2030 second round pick and cash. For our 36th pick.
I mean,
2030. What is that like? Was it 7 years away?
Future, yeah. And Giannis might not be on that team anymore. That's a good pick.
So that might be a high second round.
Yeah, and we got cash, bro. We can use that cash for, more expansions to our building.
Yeah,
better halftime performances, so we don't have to have the wedding cover band anymore.
I know, right?
Not that they're bad; they're good musicians, but I mean, I'd rather see Red Panda a couple more times than that wedding band.
Yeah, it's time to let it go.
Get Christian and his dog Scooby out there.
Up out of there.
I like Christian and his dog. I like that. But let's get some slam ball going in the halftime. That'd be exciting.
Yeah.
All right, Magic fans, I appreciate you. Weird draft, but I think we're going to be all right,
yeah, we'll be all right.
Can be all right. Shout out to all the Patreons. Again, really appreciated our conversation we had last night. None of us expected this. Congratulations to you, CJ. You got your guy. You've been on the Anthony Black train this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys play out. I'm looking forward to seeing them in a Magic uniform. Should be good. Seems like we got 2 high IQ players, which having high IQs is important in this game. And, we'll go from there. So, peace out, Magic fans. Thank you, Atlas VPN. Thank you, NBA Store. If you want any of that stuff, affiliate links are in the description. Thank you, 19 Media. Let's go, Magic. Rock and roll. Peace.